Hey honeys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, my name is Lisa. As you can see in my title, usually it's Shalisa, but I be saying Lisa for short just in case people don't remember. But I know it's been a long time since I've talked to you guys about whatever's going on in my life. Basically, like, my life has been up, down. Like, my health has been great, but honestly right now I'm a little sick. But my health, as in the last time we've talked about gastritis, that is gone, so I'm great. So today what I want to talk to you guys about is basically my gastritis story, and just telling you the news that I feel like a lot of people have been still basically commenting and still trying to, you know some answers for them. And we're just gonna get straight into it, honestly. So as in the title y'all see, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So first of all, guys, I wanted to let y'all know, guess what I dropped like a few days ago. When I dropped it, I should have been made a YouTube video of it, but I did comment in the last talked about one of my videos that's like, I think really has a lot of views and I've gotten a lot of subscribers from it, was the gastritis talk. And I just want to let you guys know that I published an ebook the other day, and I'm gonna go on my iPad so I can kind of show y'all. This is how the cover looks. I'm gonna have to back it up. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's how the cover looks. And it's basically called My Gastritis Journey. So for anybody that's new that hasn't heard about my gastritis journey, I do have that video already in my, on my page. I will put that video in the bio of this video so you're not missing out anything. And I basically was just talking about my whole experience, my whole journey, what I went through. And basically the reason why I had dropped the ebook was just for a different standpoint, for some people to actually read it and maybe relate. Because when I did the video, a lot of people did relate, but I do feel like the book has a little more gems. It kind of tells you how I coped with it and what I did to heal me. So I've been diagnosed with gastritis since last year of March, which was 2023 of March. And also I would like to tell you guys what's going on. March 2023 was the year that I was diagnosed with the gastritis. And one thing I would like to tell you guys, it took me a few months to actually fully heal. So it was March, what was after that? I would say from March to like July, I'm thinking I'm okay, and I still was getting flare-ups. I fully healed in September, I would say, to me. But it still took a while for me to gain back weight and all of those things. I had started, when I first got diagnosed with the gastritis, I believe, like, I dropped from, I was 150 something pounds, and I dropped all the way to 120 something pounds. And sometimes I even went below 120 because my weight was fluctuating. So I was about 116. Sometimes I seen on the scale, I was like, oh no, this is unreal. Right now, to this day, we are in 2024. The year is basically about to end. This is October. We're about to go into November. I am 140 something pounds now. So I have gained weight back. I don't want to be back to 150, but I've gained back a bunch of weight. And I don't know if people could really see it. I know, like, some people, if you're next to me, you can see it in my face, or like if you're next to me. But basically, I just would say that it's been an experience. That's what I would say. And it is hard to gain back weight. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it's hard to gain weight. It's hard sometimes to lose weight, but it's really hard to gain weight, I would say. But yes, my book talks about a whole bunch of things. And also what I did talk about in the last video was that one of the things that I did do was basically, I had left my job. So at the time when I was diagnosed, I had reapplied for this job that I already had the job, but I had to reapply for that position because the job I was working for was a third party, and when I reapplied, it was for the actual company. So when I initially like did the reapply, just everything, and I started working, you know, I thought everything was going good. You know, I was working, the money was okay, it was good, and I was getting commission on top of that. And then it was just a lot of like drama, stressful things, and it was a lot. So eventually I did leave that job, and after I left that job, I saw how much I started feeling so much better. I wasn't getting no more flare-ups. It was just so many things that really helped me. And honestly, I remember I made a comment, I think on Reddit, because I know most of my viewers did come from Reddit as well as TikTok from certain videos I made. But I know a lot of people are not in the positions to just leave a job while they're going through the situation, but I had no choice but to. And I live in New York, so I went right on unemployment, honestly, because I couldn't leave. Like, what I would say is I just couldn't fathom the fact that I would have to be stressing myself out over a job and going through this situation, which nobody talks about. And the reason today why I'm making this second video, and the reason why I even like published an ebook, is to explain to people that a lot of people don't talk about gastritis, not one bit. Gastritis is not something that's talked about, and I feel like it needs to be talked about. Now, I know you would say like some people comment on my stuff and they're like, oh, you know, well, how did you get over this? I have some comments where some people say, I'm a big coffee drinker, but I really don't want to like take out coffee. You have to take out coffee. I'm nobody's doctor, but these are the things that helped me. I didn't drink no coffee. I haven't drank coffee in so long. I probably did tease to go drink a coffee like last year when, if y'all know, when Ice Spice had that drink that she collaborated with Dunkin' Donuts, and my friends was telling me, oh, you need to try it, like if you can. And I did try it and it didn't mess me up. So that was probably the last time I've had anything, and that was last year. I don't drink coffee. That's out of my diet. Even now, even though I'm healed, I don't drink no coffee. And when I tell you guys I'm healed, this is not like, oh yeah, I haven't tried to eat these type of foods to tell. No, I'm healed where I can tell you I can eat everything. I've eaten pizza. We all know tomato sauce is acidic. I've eaten tons of pizza, and it's not to say, oh, I just went back on bad habits. Like, once I realized I was healed, I was like, okay, when certain things were happening as functions or whatever the case may be, I would limit myself and just see like, well, let's see, am I healed? So it wouldn't be just pizza, but it would be like spaghetti. So if you know, some people, when they make spaghetti, it's with tomato sauce. So like I would see, well, can I eat this? And I was good. So I know I was healed. I tried everything, and till this day I am good. Now, I don't want to talk so highly on myself and make it seem like, well, I'm good and this can't come back. Gastritis is something that could come back, but everybody has a type of gastritis. So for some people that don't know, and even in my book it explains, gastritis is like, there's two types of gastritis, honestly. There's chronic gastritis and then there's acute gastritis. Chronic gastritis is when you could have been born with it, or you don't even have to be born with it. You can kind of be like, I would say you get it when you're young and you have it for a while. You have it for maybe years. I've met people like that who had it for a while and they keep saying, well, I can't get rid of this. But a lot of people don't understand you have to cut it out. Like whatever's going on, you gotta cut it out, your lifestyle or whatever's going on. And there's acute gastritis where you get it. It could be from just anything, honestly. It could be from, like for me, that's what I had. I got it from taking certain pills, and the pills had me messed up. Yeah, it messed me up. And from that, I don't even take pills. I'm not a medication type of person. Like if something's wrong with me, I choose to do something naturally. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, you're not no doctor. How can you do something naturally? Me, that's just my preference. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But me, I'm very natural. Like when I decided to get off the PPIs, I tried to look up everything, that I even looked up recipes on what I can eat. And obviously, you know, certain things aren't there in the world, but like I just had to look up some type of recipe to see, well, let me eat something like really bland, really calm. And honestly, the next book I do want to drop out is a recipe book, because I just feel like from this book I want to do a recipe book on like certain foods that we can eat as people who've had gastritis or have it. I don't have it anymore, but that doesn't mean that I don't eat healthy anymore or anything. Like I still watch what I eat, and I limit myself. Like most of the times, like I don't even drink. I don't drink unless, okay, I'm going out and it's like, okay, there's like something going on and I'll drink a little something, but I don't even go out for me to be sitting here drinking. So that's totally fine with me. So yes guys, that is what I would say as in my next chapter. I really do want to, you know, make a book as recipes and stuff, but I'm trying to think of everything that I've been talking about. I see a lot of comments till this day. I get comments on TikTok, and then I also get comments on YouTube, and I just want to let people know that you're not alone, and that's what really my ebook is about. You're not alone going through this, but it's just something that you really have to find yourself. So when I was going through this whole gastritis journey, like honestly, I was sitting here like, why me? Like, why am I going through this? I love food. And for anybody that was close to me knew I loved food. I was like thick. Like I wasn't the thickest girl or anything, but I had like a good bit of weight, and it was all in the right places. Not saying it's not there right now, because now it's there, it's back. But I love to eat. And anybody that knew me knew I love to eat. So going through that experience was really, really tough, and there's just different ways to cope with it. And then also I did drop certain gems in the book of what I took. I did also drop I think I dropped 2 meals and 1 recipe of what I did to make this drink, but this drink is all over my TikTok. So if you have me on TikTok, which it will be linked in this description, where I always make that juice. And the juice that I make is called a papaya juice, and the papaya juice has apples, mangoes, and the papaya itself. And for me, that suits my stomach. And papaya itself has a lot of like benefits that soothe your stomach. Pears were good for me on my stomach. Also, I've heard celery juice could be good for you, cabbage juice could be good for you. I've even heard potato. I don't know about potato, but I just did some stuff that I was like, let me see what I can tolerate. Because what a lot of people don't know is, even though you're going through this, you don't have to eat nothing nasty, but like you could just eat certain things that it could be good, but you just gotta make it work for you. A lot of people don't know that you get gastritis from, you could get gastritis from smoking, and I don't want nobody to, you know, thing me out or whatever, but yeah, you can get it from smoking. You can get it from alcohol. Like if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, yeah, you can get it from that. And you can eat it, you can get it, I said you can eat it. You can get it from just certain eating habits. Like it's just so many things that you could get it from. So honestly, that's what I would say. And yeah, that's really it. But I'm trying to think of so many things that people ask me that I'm, you know, sitting here wondering about. I just know y'all haven't seen me in a while, and I was like, oh, why am I leaving y'all? November is coming, and then December, and you know December, y'all know what's coming up. So y'all know I gotta be on Vlogmas every single day. So I gotta get prepared for that soon. I already got SD cards that's prepared for that. But anywho, guys, I'm just letting y'all know this is not something that you're alone with. For my gastritis people, I'm even finding out people that wouldn't even think to have it get it. So it's just like, it's so much going on. But at the end of the day, you really gotta see what helps you in that way, and you gotta see what you know, like stuff that you could cut out. I am about to go through my like comments and see what y'all said, so I could probably give y'all an answer and not just be running around the bush talking. So give me 1 second. All right guys, so I am back and I have my phone and I'm looking at the video and the comments, because there's times I'll be at work and I'll get like a notification for the comments, but I never actually get to answer. So for some people that are asking, I see someone said, what is throat coat tea? So the throat coat tea, I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront, which is linked also in the descriptions. Every description I drop for a video is there. But throat coat tea is something that really helps your esophagus. And for me, when I had gastritis, for most people who have gastritis, you also end up getting GERD. And GERD is basically the acid, like it's acid that's coming through your esophagus and going up, and for some people you could regurgitate, and for some people it's just really an uncomfortable feeling. And there's also this feeling that it's called a globus ball or something like that. I remember when I looked it up when I first had those feelings, and it's just not a good feeling. And for all of you guys that know, acid is supposed to help us go down and digest food. It's not supposed to be coming up. So that's what was happening to me. And that is one of the things that helped me with my esophagus, because I needed my esophagus to heal. Because when I did go to the GI doctor, they did see that they seen my esophagus a little damaged or like irritated, I would say, like a little red. So that's what I used, and it helped me. So I did suggest, if anybody is looking for something to calm their esophagus or the acid, whatever's going on, that's a good thing. It is like a licorice taste though. I know a lot of people don't, because I'm not really a fan of licorice, but trust and believe me, like that was like my holy grail. And I was drinking that and I put some honey in it. So that's one of the questions. So I see another person said, love the video. I have one question. Did you buy a wedge pillow or something to stay elevated when you slept? One of the things, so I didn't buy a wedge pillow. You see the pillows behind me? I literally just elevated them. Like I put them in a certain angle and I elevated it. One thing that I've been stressing that I've done that a lot of people, I forgot where I found that method from. I think I did some, when I tell you guys I did so much research on this. One of the things I did the research on was, it said if you are going to do that, sleep on your left side. Yeah, your left side. So I did that and it definitely helped me a little better. And yeah, sleeping flat is not okay, guys, when you have that. Nobody has to listen to me, but this is from my research and from me experiencing it. And before I even started elevating, and before I knew about that, when I was just regularly sleeping, I felt like I was choking in my sleep. And I would tell my uncle, or I'll tell anybody close to me, and they would be like so scared when I would tell them, because I was like, yeah, it feels like I'm like, God forbid, but it feels like I'm dying. Like I'm over here choking in my sleep. I would find myself gasping for air. So it just feels weird. So I would sleep elevated and on my left side. So yeah, so I didn't have to buy a pillow. They do have pillows like that if you do want to. You could go on Amazon or anywhere, but it is helpful so the acid could, you know, calm down a little bit. The next question I see. Did you get a headache along with constipation? And thank you so much for your video. Thank you so much. And also, I don't remember really getting headaches. Headaches weren't really like any of my symptoms really. I did get constipation. Constipation played a big part. And you really get constipation because you're not eating anything. For most people that have gastritis, when it starts and you can't really eat anything, you're gonna have constipation. It's gonna sometimes be really hard for you to go to the bathroom, or if you do feel like you gotta go to the bathroom, it's just a little, I don't want to get too much into it, but you know, TMI is like a little. And that's how I felt. Like it was nothing coming out. I was like, why I feel like I gotta go to the bathroom, but it's nothing coming out. So I started taking a probiotic / prebiotic that I have linked in my storefront as well. And for the people who watched the first video, I know the first video that I dropped of gastritis is a long video. It's like 42 minutes or whatever, but it's worth watching it. It really is. and I have the picture of that certain prebiotic slash probiotic there. Also, if you don't want to get that one, and if it's men that's going through this, there's so many stuff that you could do research on as probiotics to take it. Probiotics help with bloating and help you digest better. So that's the type of probiotic that I had got. Okay, and I see another one here that says you're just, I think they meant to say yours is just like mine. So they're saying your gastritis is just like mine too. Do you eat banana too? Banana didn't irritate my stomach. I did get some type of comment on TikTok where at the time I was just showing my day-to-day of what I was eating on my gastritis day, and I made like a nice healthy smoothie with mangoes and bananas, and somebody commented saying something like, aren't we not supposed to be eating bananas? Now, this is what I want to say to some people. What works for you may not work for the other person. Bananas aren't really acidic, but even though something may not be acidic, something may not still mesh with you. Because I remember when I tried to do like ground turkey meat instead of ground beef or any type of red meat, I did ground turkey beef one. Got me saying ground turkey, whatever. I did ground turkey instead, not ground beef. And the ground turkey, it like, I felt like I was getting a flare up. This was like when everything first happened. So something that may work for you may not work for the next person, and something that works for me may not work for you. But from what I know, out of all the fruits and veggies, bananas are not acidic. So I was like, okay, we should be good. And it never triggered me and never did anything wrong to me. So let me see if we got any other questions. Oh my gosh, let me see. I see this as like a nice comment, and I seen someone say, did you have bloating or distended stomach as a symptom? Also, what exactly did you eat while healing? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to make a ebook for recipes. I did reply to this person though in the comments, and I said to them, I am making an ebook with exactly what I ate, and I will do one with recipes, but I did have bloating and constipation, and I took probiotics to make me feel better. So those people did react to that comment, and like I said, I've been repeating honestly what I've been, you know, eating really. And when I tell you what I've been eating has been like bland around that time, it was bland. It had no real big seasoning, and I'm Caribbean, and it don't even got nothing to do with Caribbean. But if you season your food with a lot of stuff, even it don't even gotta be a lot of stuff. If you season your food with just salt, pepper, garlic, onion, seasoning, yeah, that's still not bland enough. Like at one point I was just doing the Himalayan salt. I think I was doing like Italian type of seasoning and sweet paprika, not no spicy, sweet paprika, and those were my seasonings, and that was it for me. Turmeric, I think too, I did some turmeric. That was it until your girl was able to eat again. So yeah. All right guys, so the next question that I have is, well, it's not really a question. Somebody said it as a statement. Someone said, everything is acidic, dog. LOL. I love their message, because I was telling them, I was like, so I replied to them and I said, yes, literally, I hate that. It was a struggle at first to find what I could eat, but sometimes it's really trial and error to see what you can tolerate. And then I think the person did comment this after, but I didn't see it, and they just asked how long did it take for me to heal all the way. And like I said, from March to September of last year, that's how long it took me to heal. And by this year, we're in 2024, we are half by the, like, we're in the year. Like, we've done past September, we're in October. I eat everything down to curry, down to a little spice. Now, it's not something that I always do, but if it's there and I got no choice, I'll eat it. But it never hurt my stomach anymore, so that's fine. Someone asked, how many months did you take the PPI? So if you watch the video fully, and I did answer this person, what you call it, I did tell them only a month, honestly, and I am not a pill person. I wanted to heal naturally. That's what I told the person. Someone said, thank you so much for replying. How many months did it took for you to heal, and is yours mild or chronic gastritis? So obviously I just told y'all how long it took for me to heal, and y'all know mine is mild gastritis. It's acute. So just because it's acute doesn't mean the gastritis don't hurt or anything. It just means that you have a possibility and a chance to heal. You have one. Now for people that have chronic gastritis, I cannot speak on anybody that has chronic gastritis, but I do feel like if you change all your eating habits and you're consistent, and that's what a lot of people don't talk about. People don't understand that for you to heal, you have to be consistent. This is not a thing where it's like, okay, you change for like 2 days or 2 weeks and you eat bland for just those 2 weeks. That's it. You're supposed to be all healed. No, you consistently have to do that for months. Then when you do that, you can see if you're really better. And you also have to not be stressed. So 2 key points that you guys need to know about. So I did reply to this person as well that asked me this, but it says, hi, when did your nausea stop? It's my biggest thing, and I've been on pantoprazole for several weeks, and my nausea is still a thing. To be fair, I'm struggling to eat. I'm lucky if I eat 3 things. I eat breakfast and a yogurt midday, and chicken and rice at night. So I did answer to this person. I told them that my nausea stopped within 4 days because, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. I told this person that my nausea stopped 4 days because not only did they prescribe me a PPI, which my PPI was pantoprazole as well, and I think I was doing 25 gigs or something like that, but hopefully I said that right, but mine wasn't no strong. They didn't give me nothing too strong, and I'm glad they did not give me something so strong. So as well as that, because they didn't give me something so strong, they also prescribed me a nausea medicine. So what I would do is take the pill in the morning first, and then like if I felt nauseous, I would take that as well. But the PPI, pantoprazole, it was prescribed for me to take it in the morning, like 20 to 30 something minutes before you eat something. So that's what it was, and I was not nauseous anymore. And I hated that feeling of being nauseous. I'm a type of person, I'm very scared of throw up. For anybody that knows me, I'm very scared of throw up. I don't know how I'm gonna have kids because I'm very scared of throw up. So if it's even me throwing up, like I'm just like, damn, I feel like a zombie, like if that happens. But I don't like to deal with that, and that's something that it was like a struggle for me, because through the whole gastritis experience, I didn't throw up. I've had times where I had just a bag by my mouth and I thought I had to throw up, but it was just me spitting up, and it was just acid. It wasn't nothing like, I know this is TMI guys, but it wasn't no throw up. It was just every time I was just spitting, and it was just acid. And if you know, only the real know, you know it's acid, because the spit is not no regular spit. You know, regular spit is like slimy, and it's like, okay, you could tell what spit is, but acid, you can tell when acid is coming up when you're spitting, and it's so foamy. It's not even actual spit. But yeah, we're gonna look at some other comments so we could get to, so I could finish on a good note, guys, because I just love the positivity of people actually talking about the experience in my comments, and that's what I want people to feel. I want people to feel like they got somebody to talk to, and I'm a type of person you could talk to me, so it's just like I don't got no issue. So yes guys, so we're gonna get back. All right guys, so I will let you guys know I am back to positive, and back to answering the questions that I need to answer, so I can get off of this and not be too long, just something short, simple, even though this might not be short and simple, because I be thinking I be doing like videos and they be low-key still long. The next thing someone asked me was, thank you for this video. Did your stomach burn or feel like a burning bit at night while laying down? Yes, my stomach always felt like it was burning. I don't know what that feeling was about, but I did answer saying yes. In the beginning, my stomach was burning very badly until I started taking the PPIs. Then the burning stopped. And someone asked, the same person asked after, what part of your stomach was it, below your chest or towards your lower abdomen, like underneath the belly? Did you get constipated? Sorry for so many questions. Thank you. It's okay, there's never too many questions. So it says no, so I replied to them saying it's definitely okay. I'm happy to answer all your questions because I was curious at first, but it was my whole entire stomach. It felt like it was the top and lower by my abdomen. And yes, I was so constipated, and it was so bad I was scared. But when I started taking those probiotics, they made me use the bathroom. And so that's what I said to that person. But yeah, for some people, everybody has different symptoms. My back was hurting, my stomach was hurting. I don't know if I had chest pains. I know some people have chest pains, but yeah. And then someone asked me, did I take any supplements? The only supplements that I took was the PPIs. There's a lot of stuff that you can look up, and I'm so sorry guys. So many things that you could look up to take for it. And yeah, I think that was all the questions. I'm looking for newer comments. A lot of people are saying their back pain is horrible. Someone said for me a huge trigger is caffeine, which is very unfortunate, they said. And like I told y'all before, caffeine, you're not even supposed to be drinking no caffeine. Like, that's it. You're not supposed to be sitting here drinking no caffeine. That's one of the things that can irritate your stomach with gastritis. What else? Someone said I'm a Virgo too with the same problems. Virgo gang. And someone says, has anyone experienced throwing up white foam? I did it. It's so scary. I hate this. It's so depressing. No, I did not experience throwing up white foam. You know what that sounds? That sounds like the acid though, but I wasn't throwing it up. I was spitting, and that was the foam that I was dealing with. So that was really it. It says, did you get a headache along with? No, I think I answered that. Let me see. Someone said, thank you for sharing. I was diagnosed with chronic gastritis 4 months ago. After several doctor visits and being an advocate for my health, okay, hold on. After several doctor visits and being an advocate for my health, a doctor at the urgent care and not even my primary physician ordered me an endoscopy. Biopsy came back with mild chronic gastritis. I knew I wasn't crazy. I kept telling them something was bothering me on my left side. Now I am trying to heal myself along with the meds that I will stop. You are right. Nobody talks about this yet. It's so common. One thing I am learning about this disease is that it forces you to eat well and makes better food choices. My gastritis was due to stress and taking a pill on an empty stomach, and it did not help either. It just exacerbated the issue. Now I am on my healing journey and hope to get healed. I had to take a break because I have this little cough because I'm a little sick. I woke up with my throat hurting and runny nose and stuff because last week I was sick. But to talk on that just comment that I just said, that somebody commented, people do not take gastritis serious, and I'm gonna let you guys know that now. A lot of people don't. When I was when they told me I had it, people were just like, you can still do this, you can still come out. People were not taking it serious at all. Like, until they actually saw me, like, people were like, oh my gosh, you lost so much weight, and they couldn't believe it. It's because when you're sick, these things happen. And then also on top of that, it's just the fact that it's like, it's just so much and it's not talked about. The doctors don't take it seriously sometimes. When I was going through symptoms of it and I didn't know what was going on, I remember I kept going back and forth to the emergency room. And because I kept going back and forth to the emergency room, I remember the last very time I was in the emergency room and they had me there that night into morning basically. And it was for no reason. Like, excuse me, they didn't help me. They took blood, then they did the stuff where they inject you with something so they could do an MRI. And when I tell you guys, I felt way worse when they did all of those things. And now at that point I couldn't eat. So it was just like the doctors, and they couldn't even tell me nothing. After they was about to discharge me, they was like, no, we don't see anything, you look fine to me. And that's when they were like, oh, I'm gonna show y'all my cat while I'm here. But that's when they were like, oh, how you just need to go to the GI doctor. I'm gonna see if I can see my baby. But yeah, that's when they were like, yeah, you gotta go to the GI doctor. So I was just like, this don't even make no sense. Stop biting me. This don't even make no sense. Like, at the end of the day, if I'm trying to tell y'all something's wrong with me and I know something's wrong with me, like, please acknowledge it. So that's one of the things about gastritis. But I am gonna end this video. And if you really have some more questions that you feel like I did not answer, or you really just want to know about, please comment below. Please check out the ebook that I dropped, because it really is a truthful story of me having gastritis, and it is my journey, not no one else's, not from anywhere. I didn't pull it out of anywhere. This is like literally something that came from my experience, my heart, and truly how I feel. And I really want people that are going through this thing to like just not feel alone and understand that you can get better. There's always a way to get better, and there's ways to cope about this and just ways to go about it. So this is why I had made the book, and this is why I'm making a YouTube video, so y'all could tune in. I will have the description of the ebook, like the link in the bio, well, the description basically. I'm gonna have it down below. So I do suggest for y'all to look at it. It's for $10. I soon am gonna do a sale. I don't feel like $10 is too bad, but I'm gonna do it for sale soon. But definitely check it out in my Stan store. And yeah, guys, I'm glad I was able to vent to y'all about my experience again and just talk to y'all a little bit more. And we gonna see each other again, guys. Love you guys, my honeys.